Welcome to day one of Sparks in the Darkness. I look forward to learning with you over the next 3 weeks, starting today, Shiva Asar B'Tammuz, going until the worst day on the Jewish calendar, Tisha B'Av, as we mourn the loss not just of our two Batei Mikdashot, of our two temples, but also of all of the terrible atrocities that have happened for the Jewish people over the last few millennia. And in particular, this year, the darkest year for the Jewish nation in the last several decades, perhaps since the Holocaust, as we mourn the loss of so many Jewish lives. And in this, the darkest time of year, these 3 weeks from Shiva Asar B'Tammuz until Tisha B'Av, we specifically learn in memory of all the victims of October 7th and all of those who have since died, Al Kiddush Hashem, protecting our people. I want to share with you a very brief idea, a short story to start off our learning, and it's a story about an individual by the name of Rabbi Ephraim Oshry. Now, Rabbi Oshry was a rabbi who lived through the Holocaust, who was constantly asked different halachic questions. You can imagine the mindset of a Jew to be asking a halachic question in the times of the Holocaust. What kind of a level, how much emunah and belief you have to have, how much faith you have to have in the continuity of our nation, of our people, of our way of life, that you would ask questions of technical halachic matters during the darkest of times. But I want to, before I even share any of the questions that were asked of Rabbi Oshry, I want to share with you in a sense, the origin story of him. You see, he wrote these teshuvot and he published them after the war. He called it She'ilot Teshuvot Mima'amakim, questions and answers from the dark depths that the Jews experienced. But the story is told that when the Nazis were marching into Lithuania, when they had made their way through the country, marching to Slobodka and into the Slobodka yeshiva, they were mowing down all Jews that stood in front of them, shooting anyone in sight. And Rabbi Oshry saw the shamus of the yeshiva, of the Slobodka yeshiva that he was learning in. His name was Reb Gershon. And he found him in a pool of his own blood, shot by the Nazis, laying there to die. And the words that Reb Gershon said to Reb Oshry would stay with him for the rest of his life. The words were, "Children, when you are freed, bear witness to our suffering." And Rav Oshry dedicated his life to telling over the stories, the events, the occurrences, all of that which he experienced in this darkest time for our people during the Shoah. He dedicated his life to sharing those memories in order to be a lasting memory for Reb Gershon, who gave him this call to action, never forget. And specifically as we find ourselves in this year, this post-October 7th world that we are living in, we dedicate ourselves to telling over the stories, to never letting anyone forget what our people have had to experience and endure this year. And it's with that we specifically hope and pray that Hashem should give us the strength to get through this darkest time on our calendar, in this darkest year in recent memory, and help us rebuild, regain our strength. And God willing, by this time next year, we should be celebrating, dancing in the Beis HaMikdash with the ingathering of exiles fully complete and all of the Jewish nation rebuilt once again. As we march forward, let us recognize that it is up to us to share all the stories and to live our lives in memory of all those that we have lost this past year. I wish everyone an easy and meaningful fast, and I look forward to learning with you over the next few weeks. Have a great day.